Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Reality Is, where words do come to life. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you too can know when I'm uploading other videos, and make sure you like and comment. All right. So the other day, I saw an article that was talking about the individuals who who partake in the riot that happened on January the 6th at the Capitol. And the title of it was that one of the individuals who was arrested asked the court permission to vacation in Mexico. Isn't that grand? Her name is Jenny Cood, and she's from Texas. And supposedly, this is supposed to be a work retreat that's supposed to take place between February 18th and February 21st. So as I was reading the article, she's requesting to travel to Mexico, her and her husband, I believe it is, for a work retreat. She's been charged with 2 misdemeanors offenses and is relating to entering a federal building without permission. Really? You think? And engaging in disorderly conduct. And she has no prior criminal history. Ain't that grand? So they said permission has not been granted by the judge as of yet. But here's my thing. We should not even be talking about asking or fixing your lips to ask, could you take a trip for a work vacation? Here is where the clear definition of discrimination takes place. She's white. The husband is white. We look at the charges for disorderly conduct, misdemeanors, and they make sure that they let everybody know that she has no prior criminal history. But here's my problem. If these individuals had been black, ain't no way in the hell they can go before a federal judge and ask any question to take a trip out of the state to go for, what is it, the 18th, the 19th, the 24 days for a work retreat. Ain't no way in the hell that would have happened. And there's a lot of other black and brown who's locked up in these jails across these United States and including Cook County that has no prior criminal history, and their charges are not this nice. Not at all. See, here's the clear definition that shows us that justice is blind. It shows us that justice is not fair. It shows us that the scales of justice is broken, and it also solidifies that it's just us. We are the only one that they throw our asses up under the bus without any regard to our past history, without any regard to the type of individuals we are. They just don't care. But here we are seeing again white privilege at its finest. And for the life of me, I can't understand why. But it goes back to what I've said in other videos. The judges are the accountable people that's taking place here, because they are the ones who making the conscious decision to let these individuals either take a trip or move to another state for their protection. Now, if it had been a black person, ain't no way in the hell you would allow no attorney to fix their mouth to ask for any kind of conveniences like this. Ain't no way in hell. Just like the boy that was in jail and he couldn't eat certain prison foods, so the judge gave permission that he would have a special diet. You know why? Because he's white. And I'm saying to everybody that's listening to this video, if y'all gonna do this shit for the white folks, then damn it, open up the jail cells for everybody. Why are you holding the black and browns in jail? You're not holding none of these individuals. You all stood on TV and said you was gonna make them accountable. And this is how you making them accountable? I can't see this as making them accountable when you're allowing the attorneys to come in and ask for permission to go on a work trip. They should have thought about those conveniences before they carried their ass to the Capitol and did what they did. Because that's what you would say about the black folks. Y'all don't give a damn about the black folks' excuse. You don't give a damn about their prior history. You don't give a damn about none of that. But when it comes down to these regular ass white people, oh, y'all got all kind of compassion and understanding and forgiving hearts. Well, hell, if you judges gonna have this kind of understanding, compassion, and forgiving hearts, then I say again, and I'll keep saying, unlock the damn jail cells for the black and the brown and let them go home. Because there's a lot of those individuals that sit in those cells don't have no prior history neither. So what makes the white folks better than the black folks? And again, it proves my point. Y'all ass is just as crazy and crooked as black and brown is. The only difference is you got to leverage. You get over on the system. You can do things like Kyle Rittenhouse. You can do all these things and you can walk away and go home. And you're displayed clearly on video. They got you on video. Everybody that was in the Capitol that moved barricades, that was fighting, that was sitting in offices, that took laptops, that had their feet on the desk, clearly displayed on video. But clearly we see that a bunch of them has went home on bond. I'm not understanding this system. And there's no way in the hell y'all can justify what the hell you doing when clearly we seeing this played out in front of our very eyes. So again, why white folks get more privilege than black people? I'm not understanding that. And again, I'll repeat, for every elected official, for every judicial person, for every chief judge, every state's attorney, you need to go after these individuals like you go after the black and brown. And black and brown people just cross the street or sitting outside selling cigarettes, and y'all treat them harsh. But here are these individuals. They didn't climb up on the walls. They didn't broke camera equipment. They didn't went in and tore up stuff, and their intentions was to hurt and harm individuals inside the Capitol. And you all have done nothing but slap their damn hands, and that's it. And this is where we as black and browns have a problem, when we see this shit played out before our very eyes, and then you all try to justify and make it all nice and cushiony. And I can't swallow this. I cannot swallow it. I cannot digest it. I cannot. And I don't know how anybody else can digest this. For every entity that represents prison reform, is representing change, is represent equality, represent fairness and transparency and honesty, this ain't it. This is not it. Misdemeanors, disorderly conduct, really? Because if it had been us, we would have been what you would have called us, it would have been a gang, a bunch of thugs. You wouldn't give a damn about our prior history, whether it was our first time offense, and we sure wouldn't have got no misdemeanor. And we better not fix our mouth to even ask our attorney to go before anybody's judge to ask, can we travel for a work retreat? Now, if this ain't a wake-up call, I don't know what is. But I'm saying to everybody that's listening to this video, y'all need to quit. Because this right here is ridiculous. And it shows and it proves that the judges are at fault for everything that goes on in these prison systems. They're at fault. The state's attorney presents the case, and you all hold just as much blame too. But the judges hold most of the blame. Because if it was black and brown, before they got to your court, you had in your mind to deny the bond. So before their asses got to your court, it should have been the same thing. Their ass should be denied the bond. They should be allowed to travel nowhere. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. But I'm sure most of the individuals that you all have locked up is at home right now. And there's a lot of relatives, mothers, wives that's waiting for their loved ones that's black and brown to be released, and they have not been found innocent or guilty. But you holding them inside these cells, and you stalling the process. And then you say we have to stall the process. We've seen since January the 6th, and we're just now February the 3rd. And the process hasn't stalled. So it don't take you that long to flip a case and to let somebody go home. So I'm saying to you elected officials and every judge that represents an oath of office and every state's attorney, if y'all can let the damn white folks go home, then I suggest strongly that you start considering releasing the black and brown as well. Because y'all ass is just as crooked, more so than the black and brown is. And it's time to make the scales of justice balance and not just us, because this is racism and this is discrimination at its finest. And I've said this before, and you can like it and you don't have to like it. But the truth is the truth, and it's being played out, and we've seen it. Newspapers are reporting this nonsense that you're allowing. This is a slap on the wrist. A slap on the wrist. But if it had been a black and brown, you'd have cut our throats. Ain't no if, ands, and you'd have thrown our ass up in the jail, and we bet not even fix our lips to ask our attorney to ask for some doggone bond, because you would have denied it just because of the color of our skin. And this is why I have a problem. So even though we have a new administration, this ball falls in your lap, and something needs to be done. From every city to every state, from every mayor to every governor, for everyone that has their hand in the authority to make a difference, and for every state's attorney, and more so the judges. Now, here is where the chief judges should step their ass up to the plate and change the narrative, but y'all don't want to do that. But until you do, guess what? Going to keep addressing this until we see a change. Until I see a change, until we see a change. And right now, y'all not making a dent. You ain't even making an effort. It's like a spit in our face. And it's a shame that you lied before the people and said you was going to do something we knew damn well y'all wasn't going to do. All right. That's another episode of Reality Is Where Words Do Come to Life. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, and comment. Until we talk again.